What up, guys? It's your boy Bear. I'm here with,
Odd Phantom.
and today we're gonna be discussing if video games can be hunted.
Or possessed.
I don't know.
Or can the government brainwash you by these video games?
Can they?
That's what we're about to find out, bruh.
All right. So I'm gonna give you my opinion of what I think. We did an extensive research to see. We didn't find that many games that were said to be haunted. We found a couple, but like me and you were talking earlier, a couple of them were debunked. They weren't true.
I just think that but what if how there's people that do witchcraft or something like that,
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm gonna give you what I think about it.
I was also thinking what if somebody created a video game and died creating that video game and somehow his soul was trapped inside that game. Something like that would be crazy.
You know what? That's too much movie for you.
Well,
I know,
but I
think
it's not for us to be closed minded though. So it has to be open minded and stuff.
I get what you're saying, and I believe that. But the way I see it, right, is that I think it's like everything. Our mind has a lot to do with it. Our mind plays a big factor in what we see and what we don't see.
Well, of course, if you're paying the same.
So I look at it, and the only reason it's because I think it's all right, if I'm walking down a dark, scary hallway, right, and then I start thinking to myself fuck, I'm gonna see something at the other end. The majority of the time, you're gonna end up seeing something.
Well, yeah, because your mind starts playing tricks on you.
So in regards to the game, I think it can, but at the same thing, I think it can't. Because like you're saying, yeah, there is people that what if he died and he is in the game? Because also too, I've heard rumors. I don't know if they're true or not.
Well, it's always speculating on the internet.
It'll be like the what is the game called? Zelda, the new Zelda game that just came out for the Nintendo Switch. One of the guys that actually created it died, and they made a whole thing where he pops out into the story, in the story mode, but from what other people have said is that he's appeared in other places, and when they look in the game files, he's nowhere to be found. The only place that he's to be found at is where they have this tree.
Well, you know what? I mean, okay, saying he did die, right? In that sense, you could kind of debunk it, because if you think about it, right? What if he
Hey, what's going up, Sammy?
What if he created, a game? Okay, no, he's a part creator of the game, right? Yeah,
that's what I'm
saying. Okay,
so
he's in other words, he's able to put his own code in the game.
Yeah,
so what if he's able to put an NPC that is not registered?
Well, that is,
you get me? That was his dying, his dying, and in a sense, you think about it, it's kind of would be like his ghost. In a sense, because it's not in the game files, he inputted it himself.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And it's a NPC that that roams around freely by itself.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I believe that it can be and it can't be, just because what you're saying right there. So, but I'm just in the what I've said of what they've looked into.
Yeah,
and they can't find it.
And then just one more thing though, maybe his soul is not in the game, but to him, now that he's dead, his NPC that he created roams freely. So in other words, that's him in the game, but he's dead. He's not. No. It has nothing to do with. There's no connection in it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I think that it's a 50-50. You know what I mean? I would I believe that maybe the older games might have been haunted or might have been, you know what I mean? But the newer games, like you're saying, is so much easier to hide stuff in them. So,
yeah, well, that's why there's a bunch of Easter eggs, stuff like that. That you're there to find.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think that it would be a little harder to do now, and then much easier to debunk now than it would be back in the day, because back in the day we didn't have the technology we have now.
Well, not only that, but if saying if back in the days we saw something in a video game that nobody's ever seen, we didn't have the internet to communicate and be take a picture of it. Hey, do you guys see this?
No.
Am I the only one seeing this?
Well, that's the thing too. Is it's when we would see stuff in video games. It's not I can go and tell somebody across the world, "Hey, bro, did you see the exact same thing I did at the exact same time?"
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you saying if we're playing a game, let's say we're playing a PS4
not
game.
that you're live streaming it.
No, not only that, but that's what I'm saying. We're playing any type of game, right?
Of course.
And then as soon as we're playing it, we see it. We're gonna stop and be it'll be and this was fake because it put it in there, but when Noah J456 was playing a game, he was playing zombies, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you hear it's like, "Can you see me now?" And like it was like super creepy, but it's actual in the game files. But he had never heard it because he never paid attention.
He didn't pay attention.
So he literally stopped and he's like, "Did you guys hear that?" And then everybody was like,
"That's funny." I would stop too because he normally streams by himself, right?
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
He heard that, and as soon as he heard it, he stopped. And then he started asking his chat room if they heard it, but his chat room was like, "No, we didn't."
That's
hear
what I'm
nothing.
saying. That would be creepy. Yeah, that'd be creepy.
So it turns out he ended up figuring out that it does say that like super quietly in the background.
I guess it was just so quiet that he can hear
a
clearly.
Voice saying like, "Can you see me now?" And then that dude freaked out.
I would freak out too, man.
So yeah, so that one was funny.
That's cool. What is it? Yeah, I mean, I feel like.
Hey, don't forget to give a shout out to Sam. Sam is bad.
Oh yeah, give a shout out. We're giving a shout out to Sam is bad. Thank you for listening to us.
Our one viewer.
Our one viewer, right? Say something.
Yeah. So so that's the way I see it, is that they can be and they can't be, but it's really hard to say, in the sense because like I never ran into that situation. I don't know if you have.
I don't really play scary video games because I'm too.
Well, no, because not necessarily.
I'm just paranoid. But the only like actual video game that I played as scary in a long time was Evil Within. That one was like creeped me out, man. That one like zombies, like unreal looking freaking monsters.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to say because like let's say it cannot only be a scary game that can be haunted. Because look, we found out that Pokemon, which has nothing to do with actually being scary, you know what I mean? You know, it had an effect, a big effect.
But yeah, that was a totally a different story.
Like, no. I know, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily. Sorry, you got a phone call? it's the FBI.
No, that was my alarm. It was my alarm went off. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? But I in my thoughts, I think that they can't.
You think they can't?
I don't think so. And just because of what I believe in,
okay,
I think that they can't. And I believe it to be more of a software type thing, like a malfunction or error in code.
I'll give you a perfect example. It doesn't have to be a video game. The Ouija board, okay? It was created, to make contact with spirits, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the cases that supposedly they've done, contact with spirits, they've been like, they mess with them.
Yeah.
They've had things happen to them, supposedly the Ouija board catching on fire. Like, it doesn't have to be a video game. Like, that's something like that. That's a game like that, that created.
What technically is not a game. Because it's like saying.
Well, it is. People think of it as a game, dude. They sell it at. Last time I was at Toys R Us.
No. Yeah,
they were selling it glow in the dark.
It's not in a game. It's not a game because it'll be like
people
Charlie Charlie game.
That's what I'm saying. But people think it's a game.
Yeah.
And that's why I included it in this conversation, because people think it's a game.
Yeah, I get you.
So
what is it called? I just believe that they can't be, but it'll be like the Charlie game. You know what I mean? A lot of people came, they debunked it because it's not real.
What's not real?
The Charlie game. There was no guy that died that his name was Charlie.
Yeah, but a lot of the videos that I saw of the Charlie game, right?
Yeah.
They would put like a pin and a cross, and then I don't know what the hell they would put, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but either way, like it doesn't matter if it's fake or not. If the guy that named Charlie didn't die.
Yeah.
If you're using like things that to summon something
or cause something.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're using like saying if like you use like a doll or whatever, you'd be like, hey, I give you permission, go into this doll and communicate with me.
Just
remember, they need like
they need an okay from us.
No. But the spirits, not only do they, I don't know about okay, but the spirits, they need like, what is it? Is it a conduit? They need like something that they could transfer their energy to.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not. They're not actually in the doll.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's just the way that I see it is I think it has to do with a lot of error in the code, or maybe they put it in like a little Easter egg to see who finds it.
So saying
that's the way I see it.
Okay, just saying. Okay, maybe video games probably won't be like possessed or haunted, but I'm pretty sure nowadays they have the technology to make video games like scary video games that with the frequency levels of sound and just lighting, things like that. Because how people like suffer from epilepsy because of like strobe lights and stuff like that. Maybe they can do something in the game that can make you hallucinate in real life, in the sense of like, okay, once you stop playing this scary video game, you start like hearing noises and like you start like seeing things. In a sense, I think that's possible. I think it's possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible.
But we go back to the same thing. Like when you were playing Evil Within, right? It scared the crap out of you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was scary.
After you turned it off,
it was scary.
Yeah, after you turned it off, you were still paranoid, correct? You were just like, damn, what if something pops out? Or
well, I wasn't really paranoid, but I was like, there was this one like ugly looking like lady, dude.
Exactly.
Like with like her face, dude, was like nasty looking, man.
Sammy is bad wants to say that we had to put a background. I thought you put the background. What happened?
Oh, well, I did, but I don't know.
Sammy is bad. You know what? We're sorry. As soon as we get this fixed, we're gonna start putting a background.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. But
he just doesn't know how to use the program.
the OBS,
OBS program.
It's right, man. You don't need a background. All you need is us, our voices. That's what you're here for.
Actually, you know what? Good thing you brought that up. Soon, I'm hoping sooner than later, we're gonna try to do actual video podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna have a video of me and my brother.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it video, so you won't have to be looking at a
blank screen. Yeah, you're gonna be looking at our faces, our real selves.
We're working on that, and then also too, we're working on different types of thumbnails. We're working on animated.
But we'll get that. We'll make sure to let you guys know about our future projects at the end. We'll continue the story later. Yeah.
So yeah, we're working on that. But yeah, that's the way I feel about it. And I think it just boils down to being your mind. I think at the end of the day, I think it has to do with your mind and the way you perceive things to be.
In a sense, it could be to your mind. I mean, I'm not no psychologist or anything like that. In a sense, it could be, what it boils down to in the end, of your own, thinking of, your body your mind was able to create things that are not there sometimes. Yeah. But coming from experience that, at least me, that, because I was watching the what is this called? The House on Haunted Hill. Yeah. Okay. There was this part where the girl, she suffers from what is it called? She suffers from when you can't move. When you can't, like, sleep paralysis. Oh, sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis, and supposedly said when you suffer from sleep paralysis, you can see things. And because I've heard different things. Yeah. One was that you see things. Another one was that because I was hearing this lady that she talks about shadow people, and she was
talking about shadow people. You know that new Slender Man movie is out?
I didn't like it. I thought it was dumb. They killed it. No. It made it seem like The Ring. Like the previous literally gave the whole movie away. It just didn't seem good, like a good movie. Yeah. I feel like the urban legend of that story is way better than how they created it out to be. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was unbelievable. Yeah, but so she was suffering from sleep paralysis, right? And she could see things. Okay? It's like, I understand about your mind, being able to see things, but supposedly they said that the lady was saying that, that when you feel like you can't move and that there's somebody holding you down,
yeah, actually,
she had to claim that the shadow people are the ones doing it. And then, but give me a second, let me speak, please. No, okay. Yeah. So what is it? I experienced something like that. Mm-hmm. I experienced something where I was I wasn't able to move. I was in my car. I saw something. So in that sense, maybe my mind did at the moment. Because I wasn't able to move. It just, made me think of something that wasn't there. Same as a video game, so, it could probably do something like that. But, okay, if somebody that's a devil worshiper, right, creates a gaming company, and they, have, literally, scriptures of the, of the devil and stuff like that, are you going to play the video game?
Yeah. If it's scary, I want to see. It's because that's what I'm saying. It just has to.
I wouldn't fuck with some shit like that. Though,
no, we go back.
To start reading out the demons' names and stuff like that.
See, but we go back to that thing. It's like
stop going back to that thing. Okay,
it's a little bit. This is a little bit off topic. It'll be like the animated video. No, what is it? The TV show you watch. What is it called?
What TV show?
The American Horror Stories.
Yeah, that one's good.
Okay,
but it's the same as when I watched The Exorcist.
I don't know, but. When you told me, okay, that's what I'm saying. It goes different ways. You told me that at the end of the first episode, somebody says, "Hail Satan," correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't watch that because to me, and the way I believe things to be, right, is that you're welcoming somebody into your home that's not supposed to be there.
Well, it's like I watched The Exorcist, right? The TV show. That one was super demonic too, as well.
I don't know, but hold on. But see, though, like I was explaining to my partner, is that the way I see it is that you're like
Partner, huh?
So you're
Are you a cowboy?
Is this you're like it's a subliminal messaging. You're It's like a subliminal a subliminal message in the story that they're saying.
Yeah.
That you're gonna welcome somebody into your home without wanting to welcome into your home. You get what I'm saying?
I guess. I mean,
So that's the way
but you would play a video game that says, hey, you know, like Hail Satan, or
I would want to play it to see how it is, but I'm not gonna be like I guess it just has to do with different things. But going back onto the topic, like I said, I don't think they could be haunted, but I do believe that the government can throw some type of mind control,
like brainwash.
And the only reason I say that is because excuse me. The only reason I believe that is because if you look at the type of technology we have now and then we have back then we were creating things that we still use to this day.
But what are you talking about creating? Like what creating what?
Like, you know, different types of excuse me. We're
Can
like
you stop burping, dude? How many? That's like your fifth one, dude.
I'm sorry, dude, I eat. I can do it out if you want. No, like creating like let's say different types of airplanes, different types of guns and stuff like that.
But what does that have to do with video games?
Hold on, that's what I'm saying.
Get to the point.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
All right. So I think that just with the technology we had back then and the technology we have now, I think that it is possible that the government did have something that they would put out to test, and then they'll be like, all right, cool, try to semi brainwash you.
Yeah, of course.
In the sense, because back in the world, in the like World War I, World War II, there was a lot of scientists doing all kinds of stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, testing and, you know, trying to get superhuman strength and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I believe that it's more likely for video games and the government trying to control us than it would be if they're haunted.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like the sense, yeah, like nowadays with the technology that they have, I'm pretty sure they're able to, like, you know, brainwash people.
Yeah.
And, you know, video games, I feel like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to, like, say anything anybody, but I feel like weak-minded people are able to be easily, you know, manipulated. So, in that sense, yeah, because, I mean, but you can't be like, sometimes they say, you know, because of Call of Duty, you know, these people, you know, are, you know, these shootings are happening. You know, video games like that, like, they're just video. And in a sense, I feel like they're just video games. If somebody purposely created a video game to brainwash you into doing something that you know you shouldn't, then that's different. Somebody went out of their way to create something for you to harm yourself or harm somebody.
Well, it'd be like that game that they play, the White Whale or the.
It was called the White Whale, I think it was. Yeah, but that was different though. See, these people.
But that's what I'm saying. That he created it.
The guy that created the game.
People.
Yeah, but the guy that created the game, he was like fucked up in the head. Like he was like a psychopath. And not only did he create the game to hurt people, but he, he targeted teens that were depressed. They knew that, you know, that they wanted to harm themselves. Mm-hmm. So this dirtbag like literally created a game and focused on a certain type of individuals. That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't say like they were weak-minded, but the depression is something the big part of. And then he would have them, you know, cut themselves and take pictures of it. And the final end of the game, the end game was they had to kill yourself. Yeah. And the thing was that he had like hackers that can, you know, they would message and they would be able to look up their IP address, and that's how they knew where they lived. And, you know, they would threaten, you know, hey, if you don't do this, we're going to go over there and kill your family.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So
and these kids being scared and already, then that means that, it's too late for them. And then, okay, I guess I have to do
it. That's what I'm saying. So you figure
the bastard was caught though.
No, yeah. But see, he used the game to control people. You get me? So, and it wasn't that big.
And it wasn't even a video game.
It wasn't even a video game. It was a game he created himself. So if somebody like that can create something like that.
There was this other one, dumb one. Did you hear of the Momo challenge?
No, I haven't heard that.
It was like this other video game, like, it wasn't a video game, but it was like, it was called Momo Challenge, and it was through WhatsApp, and they would send like this picture of this like lady with a distorted face, big eyes, and like smile. And I guess like once they send it to you, you have to continue doing like whatever they say and stuff. I was hearing it on Heidi and Frank's show. They were talking about it and stuff.
Nah, but like that's what I'm saying. But regarding to the government doing that, I believe so, because like the technology that we have then and now, it's just much easier for them to do.
Not only that, but if you think about it, like just like 4D, you know, for real 4D or 3D, you know how it feels so realistic.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games now that you feel you're inside the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like when you go to like saying Universal Studios, you know how they have that Transformers ride, they make you put like VR
glasses
glasses and stuff. When I was there, dude, I started having like almost like a panic attack. I felt like I was inside the freaking thing, you know? And that's what I'm saying. Like with now technology, it's only gonna get more and more advanced. Like, you know, they're talking about how supposedly, like, I watched this anime called Sword Art Online, right?
Yeah.
And in that one you can
nobody cares about your anime.
No, in that one you can actually, like, the guy's like, he puts on like this headset, like with this whole like kind of like helmet, and it like literally like transfers your state of mind in the video game.
You know what? And then like
I'm saying, like, what if something like that could be possible? Like,
well, you figure
what if
it's not that far from here?
Well,
because
you remember Ready Player One?
No, not only that, but remember that the link I had sent you about us backing up our mind into this little disc, and then you can pick a body.
Oh yeah, but that was from the TV show Altered Carbon.
No. But remember, some people already made some, like, supposedly
your conscience. In other words, backing up your conscience into like.
Remember, I've seen the article. Yeah. So you figure they're already getting there. You know what I mean? So it's not. It won't be that hard to send us frequencies or send us, you know what I mean, certain things to be like, all right, do this subliminally, and you're gonna go do it. You know what I mean?
Of course. Because
it's that's what I feel.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what about you? What do you think? Can they or can they not?
I'm gonna go with the. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like yes.
Yeah.
I go with a solid yes, because that's what I'm saying. But if they wanted to go out of their way to create something like that,
yeah.
And I believe it's possible. You know, and then the good thing that we're bringing this up, because then, you know, one of the topics that we talk about, you know, we're gonna be talking about because we have like 3 video games that we're gonna be discussing.
The
of
games
like,
we're gonna be talking about is Super Mario Galaxy. And then the other one is, how do you pronounce it?
Polarius. It was a video game that was created in
it was in 1981.
1981. It was created by supposedly CIA.
Yeah. And then the other one is Pokemon.
But yeah, Pokemon Lavender Town.
Pokemon Black.
No, it's Pokemon Lavender Town, the theme song, and then Pokemon Black.
Okay. So you say yes.
Yes, okay. Definitely hard yes. Hard yes.
And then what about the government? You think the government can brainwash the bit? Oh, yes.
Well, no? I think they can, honestly. And I mean, in a lot of, I feel like they have like a lot of torture techniques, things like that can just like fucking brainwash your head, you know? Like, you know, to like, it's like simple saying, like, you know how like people that are like suicide bombers, like they're like so fucked up in their religion that they think that they could, you know, like if they die,
they're brainwashed.
You know, that's what I'm saying. It's all brainwashed. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as brainwashing goes, I feel like they choose weak individuals. Yeah. Weak individuals, weak-minded people, in other words. Like, see, in that sense.
People that they can
manipulate. Gullible people, you know?
Yeah. So, the first game we're going to be talking about is Super Mario Galaxy. So, that one was said to feature the shadow people.
I know we go a lot about the shadow people. We'll make sure to do a podcast on them.
So, it features the shadow people located in Silverburn Galaxy at the top of the cliff in the game level. It's like someone looked through the game file and found out that the background file name was called Valley Sky Tree. Oh, Hell Valley Sky Tree. Nintendo refuses to acknowledge the community about their finding, which makes you question if it's true or not.
So, yeah, when I was looking it up, guys, what is it so when they look through the game files in Hell Valley Sky Tree, in the level, right? If you look up, what is it? In Shiverburn Galaxy, right? You go to that location and you look up into the mountains. You can see like these 3 figures. Like they look kind of like weird. Ghosts. Yeah, I'm sorry we don't have the picture to show you guys. We'll make sure when we do the thumbnail, we'll leave it in there. Yeah. And so yeah, these pictures like were, you know, taken. You can see up on the, you know, ridge. There's like some cactuses, but then you see like 3 like shadow looking figures, and that's why people think that they're shadow people. So and then, but if you think about it, like
multiple people saw it as well.
No, that, but well, there's a photo of it. But like Nintendo, they asked them, hey, you know, is it just like regular people? You know, what is it like? Are they monsters? You know, are they just chilling? But if you think about it, there's a lot of people that believe in shadow people. What if one of the creators seen something like that, or just, you know, hey, you know, just for fun, throw it in there? But they haven't acknowledged it. That's the thing. That's what makes it creepy, is that they haven't acknowledged, you know, oh, well, it's not shadow people, or it's not this or not that. You know, they refuse to say anything about the topic.
Yeah, well, you figure, I don't think that they're gonna acknowledge it if they put it in there just to scare you.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? But and then that's why it leaves it up for debate, because if they don't, if like let's say me and you create a game, right? And then somebody sees something scary, and then they ask us about it, and then we're like, oh well, we can't confirm or deny. What is that gonna lead to? That's gonna lead to speculation. That's gonna lead to people questioning it. Why? Because at the end of the day, when we have an unanswered question, we start speculating if it's true or if it's not true. If it, you know what I mean? We start thinking ourselves of what it can or what it can't be.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so that's why that's the way I see it, is that when somebody doesn't answer a question that you want an answer to, you're gonna start thinking, all right, cool. So if they didn't answer it, that means that it is true.
Well, I mean, maybe in a sense, but if you're a big company and somebody brings up a childish, like, hey, is this real? Is this? They're not gonna acknowledge it. They're not gonna be like, well, what's our whole point of wasting our time responding to something that's so like.
Yeah, but a lot of people asked, and no, all of them, they all got emails saying that.
They never got a response.
Yeah, so it's like that's the way I see it. If they don't respond, it's because it's true.
Nah, no, not always.
That's the way I see it. But
not always.
Abuelita. Ya llegó tu nieto.
I hear that.
All right, and then the second game we're gonna talk about is
I'm looking at it now. I don't think it's called Polarius. Honestly, I think it's Polybius.
Well, we can't read, so.
No, I had the name in my head, but let's go with just Polarius. Polabius or Polabius.
I think it's Polabius. It's like a Greek kind of.
Polabius, okay. So this is another video game that we're going to talk about. So in Portland, 1981, in the local arcade hall, the arcade game Polarius. Let's just go with Polarius, guys.
Okay.
Was attracting a lot of visitors to play the game. It had a long waited time to play the game. When gamers were When gamers were forced off playing the game, many experienced nausea, terrifying nightmares, and some experienced seizures. There were reported of people supposedly committing suicide from pure madness after playing the game. That's what is reported. I don't know if that's true, but one thing gamers experienced the most was not being able to control oneself. The game began to be serviced more than usual. Men in black suits would come and collect data from the video games. Some believe it was the CIA conducting experiments on the brainwashing techniques. After a while, the same men in black suits took the game off the arcade, and it was not seen again. Video game and man that serviced the game, the guy that serviced the video game, that whatever it was, he vanished. They never,
See, this is that game. I found it really interesting because
there was no trace at all.
Not the trace, the way it popped up. I was looking into it. A lot of people that back in the day, remember there was a lot of arcade facilities where you would go and play.
Yeah, back in the days, there was a bunch. A lot of.
So the way that they said that it popped up, they just showed up one day. They put the game, they connected it, they left the game, and every week they would come and they were saying that they wouldn't take the quarters from the game. They would just service the game,
of course,
and leave. And then when more and more people started catching on to it, they took it away. They just came, picked it up, and left without a trace. So for me, I believe that not necessarily the CIA, but the government was trying to do some type of experiment to see what would happen if they do this to the game, or like what effect would it have on what the game exactly was, because nobody knows exactly what the game was. They don't know what it was to play.
I'm saying, but if saying it was a CIA, what kind of experiments were they running on people? Why is it okay that they're able to do something like that and not provide answers to
And then another crazy thing too.
But of course they're gonna just fucking throw it under the rug and be like, oh well, we didn't. It wasn't us. It was just some other fucking random people.
And then another thing that I found to be crazy was that it actually premiered on one of the Simpsons episodes before they actually put the game out. Before anybody knew that the game was coming out to the arcades, they actually showed it in one of the Simpsons episodes.
I don't know about that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I saw it. I'll post a video of it.
All right, post it, because I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. When I saw it, I was like, and then you figure, just talking about the Simpsons, there's a lot of stuff that they predicted that's become true, and it just gets you to think whoever wrote this either is from the future or just.
I probably think it's just coincidence in a sense. I don't think it's just like, oh, they predicted the because if they were able to predict because there was I think there was one about how supposedly they predicted the Twin Towers going down and stuff. If they were supposedly predicted that going down, then how come they didn't say anything?
Well, because
why?
The way I see it is that, like, if I knew, let's say, if I was from the future, if I knew a lot, I wouldn't go out and just.
No, it's not even about being from the future.
I'm just saying.
No, because we're going to a different topic right there. That's like time travel and shit. We're not talking about that.
But I'm
saying
saying
if you could predict the future, it's a different story.
If I could predict the future, I wouldn't tell anybody because let's say
you're saying. Hold on. You're saying if you had the chance to save over 4,000 lives, you would not do that.
Can you listen?
No. You would not do that.
No, because if you look at it, I'm gonna.
Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you're crazy."
Exactly.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Nobody's gonna.
That's fine if people believe you're crazy.
No, yeah, but look at it this way, right? Let's say you're the government, right?
Okay.
And I come to you and I tell you know what? On 9/11, the Twin Towers are gonna go down. This and this person is gonna do it. You know what I mean? And blah blah blah, right? What are you gonna say? You're crazy. We're not gonna take a report. The Twin Towers are the safest place on Earth. That's never gonna blow up, right? So when it does happen, right?
But just saying though, just saying.
Okay.
If
it
even
does happen,
if they don't do nothing about it, right? And you're able to get to a news outlet, and they say nobody come on this day to work because the buildings are coming down.
But if
you're able to do something like that,
yeah. If you go to news outlets, they're all gonna tell you you're crazy. And when it does,
no matter if they tell you crazy, you can save lives. It doesn't matter. You can be as crazy as you want.
When it comes to the day of, and it happens, what is the first thing that the government is gonna go do? They're going after you because one, they might think that you're the one that caused it, or two, they're gonna ask you.
But supposedly, from my understanding, there was a seer that she predicted like a lot of things that were gonna happen in the world, and one of the things that she predicted was the Twin Towers going down, and why nobody did anything about it.
That's what I'm saying. Is that the government number one? It's because like if I say, you know what, tomorrow the White House is gonna blow up, and it blows up, and they hear my podcast, they're gonna be like. They're gonna look for me. Why? Because they're gonna be like, all right, how the hell did you know that the White House is gonna blow up? Or how the hell
we got our sources. We have our sources.
You know what I mean?
Just letting you know we have our eyes on you.
So they're gonna question you. You know what I mean? Nonstop, and they're gonna keep you against your will until you give them those questions.
They can do whatever they want to their body.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I personally wouldn't say anything.
I guess you're a chicken. You're a chicken.
I'm not about to go to jail for all these people.
I would. All right, guys, and
you're not gonna last in jail, bro. You got a big ass.
Hey, man.
You walk.
They don't need to. They don't need to see. They don't need to hear that. They don't need to hear that. That ain't no problem.
They're gonna bend you over like you walk like a dog.
Hey, relax. This is a family-friendly podcast. Remember that.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Yeah. Okay. And another infamous urban legend, because it is an urban legend, guys. Pokemon. Lavender Town theme song.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
we gotta put the auto-tune, so our voice can sound good, because right now it sounds like not up to par, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what is it? Yeah, so this urban legend, guys, okay? Pokemon urban legend, the infamous Lavender Town theme song apparently was causing children in Japan to commit suicide. Younger children are able to pick up low frequency sounds. Apparently, the original song had a very low frequency sounds that you can pick up, that only kids can pick up. So, like, now that I guess the older you are, the wackier your ears are, guys. I'm deaf. That's what I'm saying. So I probably wouldn't be able to hear it anyways.
He wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to hear anything. So, but the frequency sounds from the original song, on the Lavender Town was remade because supposedly these kids were committing suicide. These low frequency sounds were making them like go crazy, guys, and we're gonna play a little bit of it for you guys.
Don't worry, this isn't the low frequency.
I don't know if it's a low frequency sound or they say it's the original one, so we'll see.
All right, if you guys go out and kill somebody that we don't.
If you guys start going crazy, then we know you guys are experiencing any type of things.
I just want to break dance, dude.
Yeah, but apparently this is the original sound that was making kids commit suicide and stuff.
See, in that one, I do believe you, and that could have been something like by the government, you know what I mean, trying to throw frequency at people. or like trying to use different frequency waves to see what would happen or what they would do. It might have been driving them crazy, and like not in the sense of like making them see things,
Yeah.
but in the sense of like the noise you're trying to turn it off, but you can't. The noise you're trying to turn it off, but you can't.
Yeah, of course.
So I think that maybe in that sense, the frequency for the kids, it was bothering them so much that they
make them like go like crazy kind of
so
thing.
as
You
soon
know,
as you turn off the game, you can still hear
the sound.
Hear the sound.
So I would have probably like go
so,
crazy too if you stop playing something or a song and you can still hear it in your head. Like, you know, that's kind of bad.
Sammy, you can't. You're already old enough.
Yeah, I don't know. They said little kids, man.
They said kids.
Yeah.
You're a grown man.
Yeah, but yeah, imagine like this song or like because there's this. Have you ever heard? There's this thing called. I used to watch this thing called. It was on. No, it wasn't. It was on Bad TV, I believe. I forgot. But it was called Mansers. You remember this TV show called Mansers? Mansers. Yeah. So, what is it? No, my bad. It wasn't Mansers. My bad. Sorry. It was 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh yeah, I see.
Okay, remember that show, 1,000 Ways to Die? So there was this.
It was like right after Mansers too.
I know it was after Mansers. That's why I brought up Mansers. But 1,000 Ways to Die. There was an episode there, and there was this thing called iDozer. Okay, this guy created music.
Oh, I remember that one.
That makes you feel like high.
Yeah.
So you don't if you listen to it, there was this one called the Gates of Hell or something like that, and like something Hades, but it would make you go crazy. Yeah, or like you know, or there were some iDozers that if you listen to the song all the way, it'll make your brain think you're like high on ecstasy or you know high on weed or on cocaine. You know, there was different ones, but I'm pretty sure they can create different frequencies. You know, to make you, you know, kind of go crazy a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I that's the way I see it.
I think they can create, you know, something like that makes you, you know, sound like, oh.
Well, also, too, I don't know if you remember on the 1,000 Ways to Die, one of the guys, like, semi-blew his brain because of a certain frequency that he was
Well, he
using.
died. No, actually, no. What happened was what happened was that he got a hold of freaking sonar sounds from, like, submarines, like, military-grade shit, dude. Like... And that he had speakers, like loudspeakers in front of him that would, you know, he would listen to the music so he can like create shit. And apparently, that it was so loud that and the frequencies that hit him fucked him up, and he ended up dying like of a seizure and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I believe with that frequency stuff, it can happen. You know what I mean? Because remember, as you're growing up, you're barely developing your hearing and stuff like that. So I do believe that, you know, maybe at that time, the frequency that they were using is like the kids couldn't shut it off after they heard it. And then you figure also, too, you got to remember is that when you're playing Pokemon, you're playing for hours.
You're playing for hours, not only that, but I mean, you're listening to you like the music because it's good music.
Yeah,
like when you play Pokemon, like the music is legit. Like that's what you want to be hearing.
And that's what I'm saying. And you're playing it for hours. So you figure if they're playing it for hours, and then as soon as they shut off, because you figure when we used to play it, we would play it and then we would turn it off and we could still hear the music. You can still hear the like the fighting.
Yeah, you're like literally gonna Poke battle or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So maybe that's what happened. So maybe the frequency got stuck in their head, and then that's what started messing with them, and they couldn't get it out of their head. And then since they continue to play without thinking that they would have any sort of like problem with it. And it just got stuck in their head, and the only way to shut it off was to pretty much shut themselves off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
That's the way I see it.
Oh man. So if anybody, no kids are allowed to hear this, because I don't want them to be like blaming us for some things that happen. You know,
we're not responsible for any
damages. Any damages caused after the podcast. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up to.
Yeah, not today.
Not today. Yeah, so and then the last one, guys, is Pokemon Black.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all. All right, guys. So there are two versions of Pokemon Black. The one you know, and the one that will make you a cold-blooded killer. Dun dun dun.
I know we need that. Dun, dun, dun.
It says the former is the first game of 5th generation of series, first released alongside Pokemon White in Japan in 2010.
But from my understanding, though, this game you could only buy it in the black market.
That's dun dun dun.
I don't even know how to access the black market. So shit, I'm out of luck.
If you guys know how to access the black market, send us a link.
Nah, fuck that.
Says the other one is quite different. It's a rumor to be found in a flea market in 2005.
Oh, flea market. My bad. Sorry, guys. It wasn't black market. It was flea market.
It says a small chunk of plastic and circuit borders look like any other copy of the Pokemon game. It's like Game Boy's games, except for one key difference: the cartridge was jet black.
Black. That's why it's called Pokemon Black.
Yeah, and his purpose is to make you kill, and kill again. Dude, kill again, dude. How many times are you gonna kill somebody? You're gonna re-kill? Oh, I forgot double tap.
Yeah, they want you to
double tap.
make sure that they're dead. They want to make sure that
Says
they're
Pokemon
dead.
Black says unnamed Arthur starts as Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Do with Professor Oak's outlining and practice of capturing, training, and battling Pokemons with the player character walking in there. Hold on, flipping pages. If you guys can hear.
I think you skipped the page.
Yeah. I like skipping pages.
Yeah, we can tell you can't read for shit.
It says on bed. Yeah, but where Red and Blue offers 3 starter Pokemon to the new player, Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur, Pokemon Black adds a 4th. Ghost Gold. Dun dun dun.
I mean, I wouldn't even choose a ghost
To start off with.
That, who would choose a ghost Pokemon, dude? I love Blastoise, dude. What the hell? I want to evolve freaking Squirtle.
Squirtle, dog. Squirtle.
Forget Charizard. Anybody goes for Charizard.
Okay, now it says, should you select Ghost, you'll find that unlike other Pokemon, which start the game at level 5, it starts at level 1. Its attacks are different too, where Squirtle and friends begin the game with normal type move such as Tackle or Ghoul. Ghost is only capture for one move, Cursed. Damn, that's already bad, bro.
That's already bad news. Like, you're playing the game, you choose something that's called Ghost, and then the only move you can choose is Cursed. Like, come on, bro. Like if something doesn't snap in your head, like, hey, why I shouldn't be playing this game? Yeah. And you're still playing this game. That means you're gonna kill.
And then it says, battles are simply afraid for the players who select Ghost. It says opposite Pokemons are too scared to move against the creature, but Stranger is what the ghoulish Pokemon single attack does to its enemies. Tiny cartridge.
Bro, you're making
quotes
me look
the
bad.
nameless authors describe the effect. He says, when the move Curse is used in battle, the screen would cut to black. The cry of the defending Pokemon would be heard, but it was destroyed by a player much lower.
It kills it.
Pinched the normal. So pretty much, as soon as you use that move, the screen goes black, and the Pokemon's dead.
But I used to play Pokemon, right? And there was this Pokemon that if you would take it out, right?
Yeah.
Then the enemy Pokemon or your Pokemon, whoever had it, he'll say, Pikachu is intimidated. And then but there was this move when you can get ghost type Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember.
And you can use this thing called like scare or something like that. And then like what is it? They'll say like, oh, Pokemons are scared and stuff. But I mean, supposedly that this thing you would curse it and it would just kill the Pokemon. It wouldn't come back.
And then it says once all Pokeballs have been removed and the trainer defeated, player had one more selection. They could run, leaving the battle as normal, or use Curse again. Use Curse and the trainer would disappear, return to the spot again in the future, and their spirit would be replaced with a gravestone.
Dun dun dun.
Dude, that's like just anybody that's played Pokemon.
But Pokemon's a friendly game. Why would you even want to kill somebody like that?
Not only that, but if you come back to where you defeated this guy,
and you see a gravestone,
and then you see this gravestone.
I mean, I've never played the game. I haven't seen any videos of it. So, I mean, obviously, I don't know if this like is real. I mean, this is an article we pulled, guys, from Polygon or something like that.
Yeah, and then, so that's, but it's like, Pokemon is a friendly game. If you were to see it, like, if you see that, like, I wouldn't continue playing.
Yeah, so, but then after you complete the game, what is it? It says that it shifts, like, it changes, like, the game changes after you defeat the Elite Four. So, pretty much what happens is that a box appears with words many years later. It then cuts to Lavender Town, and an old man was standing looking at tombstones. You then realize this man was your character. The man moved at only half of your normal walking speed. You no longer had Pokemon with you, not even Ghost. who up to that point had been impossible to remove from the party through depositing it into the PC. So you couldn't even deposit in the PC. Imagine that, guys.
So that game is just, if you guys find it, let us play it.
Send it to us.
Send it to us so we can try it out, see if it's true.
Yeah, but imagine that's crazy, dude. Like, you can like this Pokemon.
But
like,
dude,
kills
it's
people and
like
stuff
you
like
already
that. Like,
know for a fact if you play Pokemon, even the newer Pokemon, you get 3 selections:
Yeah,
water, fire,
fire-
electric.
No, it's water, fire, and earth.
Oh, water, fire, and earth. You know what I mean? So you figure,
It's always been like that.
yeah, if this thing is giving you another option, and then it's like, why would you even choose it? Like, go with the normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Sammy X Bad said he's gonna buy it for us.
Okay, when you're balling, make sure to send it to us.
Yeah, we'll send you
We'll get our PO box. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send it to you.
Yeah, so pretty much wraps it up, guys. We talked about
Dun dun dun.
Pokemon Black, Lavender Town. We'll call it Polarius.
Polarius.
Polabris. I don't know.
Polamis.
Polabius.
Whatever. Well, everything's gonna be in the description below.
Yeah, and
Super Mario
Galaxy.
Odyssey. Oh, Galaxy or Odyssey?
Odyssey's a new one, dude.
Oh, all right, Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy.
Dun dun.
So these are the creepy video games that we found out. I personally like these ones. You know, that's why I chose them. There was a few, but I don't know. I did some extensive research on them, and I'm like, nah, these must be fake.
And then if you guys find anything regarding video games or anything
like creepy that you thought, like, you know, you guys just put in the comment section for us. Let us know. Hey, you know, look this up or watch this video, or also topics too that you want us to, you know, you want to hear about. That, you know, we can find more research on it. You can send it to us, guys.
Yeah. All right. So this is Bear.
I'm Mod Phantom.
And we out skis.
Not yet, guys. Sorry. We got you. Now, guys, but make sure to subscribe, follow, share our channel to your friends and family. Let them know.
Dude, just shout it out every time. Like, you're calling somebody for, just be like, hey, dude, check out this YouTube channel.
Yeah, just like, hey, man, shout out the plug. Plug us out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let us know. And then also, too, I know we say it every Sunday, guys. We're going to try to, make sure we do a podcast every Sunday at least. We'll try our best, I know we always say that. And then we might have a Halloween special. So but it'll be uploaded on Halloween, obviously.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, but
yeah, and then obviously, we're Voodoo RL
on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
Everything will be in the description below.
Yeah, and then give us that YouTube money.
Yeah, make sure to make us famous, guys.
We need that YouTube money.
Yeah.
None of the stuff we're buying is cheap, eh?
All right, guys. So I'm Mod Phantom.
This is Bear.
And we out of here.
We out skis.